According to an opinion poll, the Finnish Greens, who are now in negotiations to form a national government by the start of June, maybe, hopefully, along with the Social Democrats, centrists, left-wing alliance, and Swedish People's Party, are set to make major gains in the Finnish portion of the European Union parliamentary elections that will be held this Sunday, as in most other European Union countries. Let us find opinion survey. The Finnish language Wikipedia. Finland has 13 seats in the European Union's parliament out of 751. There should be some kind of, let's look at the English version, because this didn't show the opinion poll. Okay, so according to this opinion poll that was conducted by one of Finland's biggest polling firms, the so-called economy survey, taloustutkimus in Finnish, probably through telephone interviews. I know because I did earlier in this life that kind of part-time work there when I needed additional income due to the scarcity of substitute teaching work. Anyway, the field work was done probably through telephone interviews between April the 23rd and May the 21st, 2019. A total of 2,456 people were interviewed or admitted which parties they would vote for if the European Union's parliamentary elections were held then. The center-right National Coalition Party, or liberal conservative one, liberal in social and personal matters, more conservative on economic ones, came out on top with 19.7%. The Greens or environmentalists came second with 17.2%. The National Conservative True Finns came third with 17%. The originally agrarian center, Finnish Center, came fourth with 13%. Then the left-wing alliance, coalition of former communists and left-wing socialists, basically came then with 7.9%. The Swedish People's Party, which is a notable liberal one on social issues, received 5.2%. The center-right Christian Democrats got 4.2%, and the others received 1.5%. Finland, like probably many, if not most other European Union countries, is a single electoral district in the European Union's parliamentary elections. Okay, the EU Observer refers to this poll. It, of course, will not have much direct impact on the Finnish political scene, except that if the True Finns make gains, once again, their chairman, Mr. Jussi Halla-aho, their outspoken former presidential candidate, Mrs. Laura Huhtasaari, and others will say that, see, this was a victory for nationalism. Never mind that those four Finnish political parties which most strongly support internationalism and multiculturalism, as opposed to nationalism and patriotism, meaning the Social Democrats, Greens, Left-Wing Alliance, and Swedish People's Party, are likely to receive something like twice more votes than the true Finns. Finland is indeed in ongoing negotiations to form a national government. It will take probably at least another 1 week, maybe 1.5 or 2 weeks. The Finnish Social Democratic Party's leader, Mr. Antti Rinne, is the temporary parliamentary speaker and the man charged with the task of forming a government. If and when he is able to finalize the details and then decide how many cabinet portfolios each of the 5 parties is supposed to have, he will then formally inform about those developments the Finnish president, Mr. Sauli Niinistö, who will then formally nominate him as the prime minister candidate, and the Finnish parliament will then confirm him by an absolute majority of its votes. And after that, possibly already on the same day or at the latest on the following day, President Niinistö will then formally appoint Mr. Rinne as the country's new prime minister. Finland has been a parliamentary republic since 2000. Many of the president's powers have been either reduced or transferred to the cabinet and partly to the parliament. The president accordingly cannot dictate the government's composition, nor can he or she change any names on the list of ministers given to him or her by the prime minister designate. So in that sense, his or her role is ceremonial, except that the president can appeal, of course, for moderation and calm and for a mutual desire to cooperate for the country's good during the government formation talks, especially if they drag on for several weeks. The current talks have now continued for about 2 weeks. And the current government led by the outgoing prime minister and centrist leader, Mr. Juha Sipilä, has been in a caretaker capacity already for 2.5 months, since March the 8th, 2019.